You know, we've been doing Chosen Few Fighting Championships for over a year now here on 57 Sports, and you get to follow the path of some of the fighters along the way. One of them that's really surprised us has been the story of Gary Konkol. Now, when we saw him on a few events ago, hey, we didn't think much. He wasn't doing very well in his fights. All of a sudden, he was able to turn it around, win a fight at the end in a very close one. He fights an exciting brand of MMA and really puts on a show and should be a real test for Marco Gonzalez. Konkol comes in with a record of 6-8, but I don't think it tells the full story of Gary Konkol, and at least not the full story of Gary Konkol as of late. He has been tough, he has been fun to watch, and has quickly become one of Chris and I's favorite fighters. So let's see how Gary represents himself tonight as we take a look at the Carbon World Health tail of the tape. Konkol with a couple-inch advantage on Gonzalez. That might not matter, though. Marco, one of the strongest fighters that we have seen on the amateur level. We've seen Konkol. Let's check out the aforementioned Marco Gonzalez right now. If you follow us on the sports news, you saw that we talked with Marco Gonzalez a couple of weeks ago. And I tell you what, this is a guy that you can't help but like. A very nice individual outside the ring, a very dedicated and strong fighter inside the cage. And one of those guys, like I said, that the crowd gets up for, and as well they should. Gonzalez looking to go 5-0, and that 5-win mark, hey, that's the magic number. Once you get 5 amateur wins under your belt, you can take it pro, which is something that we might see from Marco Gonzalez. Gonzalez has been very solid so far in his appearances. We've seen them all here on 57 Sports. We're looking to see if he can go to 5-0 and get to the next level. He's got a tough opponent in Gary Konkol. Should be a good one. Let's go up into the cage right now with Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is brought to you by Vortex Optics, and it's scheduled for 3 rounds in the amateur featherweight division. Introducing first this man, fighting out of the Harley-Davidson of Madison blue corner. He stands in at 5'9" tall. He weighed at 144.8 ready pounds. He hails from Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and represents Wisconsin Budokai Karate and Academy Kickboxing. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Wild Boy Konkol. His opponent, this man, fighting out of the Coliseum Bar red corner. He represents the Chosen Few Gym and hails from Madison, Wisconsin by way of Baja, Mexico. He is undefeated, 4 bouts, 4 victories, 1 knockout. Standing in at 5'6" tall, he weighed at 146 pounds, Marco Gonzalez.
The fans like Marco Gonzalez. Like I said, he is a likable guy, and we will see if that kind of charisma, that kind of success he has so far is going to translate against Gary Konkol. Gary Konkol, again, this is a story that we have liked to follow here, as now he has taken on the moniker of the Wild Boy. How about that? He didn't have a gym when we first saw him, didn't have a nickname. Over the last couple fights, Konkol has represented himself very well.
This is a fight I'm going to hate to see the loser in, Rich. I love both of these guys. Konkol brought me over into his corner after his first fight, and I'm now solidly in the Konkol side. But then, of course, now he's fighting one of our hometown favorites, undefeated Marco Gonzalez. I just can't wait to see how this fight turns out, Rich.
Yeah, had Marco on the sports news a couple of weeks ago. So easy to like I've been saying all night long. And so you root for him, but it's hard to root against Gary. And so I don't like seeing draws, so I'm not going to root for a draw. We're just going to root for some good action here tonight.
And I think we're going to get it. I like what Marco is doing right now. He's going to try and tire him out, hold him in cage, a little dirty boxing, a little damage. And, of course, the Chosen Few Gym loves the takedown, loves ground and pound. So I like that he's got at least Konkol thinking about defending a takedown. What that does this early in a fight is it can stop some of the striking, which we know where the Wild Boy nickname comes from with Konkol is he throws very heavy-handedly, and when he lands, it hurts. I think he stopped with a kidney shot. He was almost stopped with a kidney shot and then came back and beat both of his opponents to a pulp. So he's a strong kid. He's got a lot of fighting in him. So we'll see how the experienced Chosen Few corner has their experienced Marco Gonzalez fight this fight.
Yeah, he had one of the all-time maybe classic comebacks in Chosen Few history that we saw a couple events ago, but he takes it right there, and he is dropped. Gonzalez on top, landing right hands. It is over. Konkol is caught. The Wild Boy knocked out by Marco Gonzalez, who is 5-0.
Monster overhand right, Rich, and it landed flush. If you see in the replay, he's got Konkol on his heels and lands a right that swings across and hits him straight in the jaw. An absolutely beautiful display of striking, and the rest of that was wasted damage because Konkol was long gone.
Wow, we know Konkol could take a shot. We know he has a chin. We have seen him in some real brawls here at Monona Terrace. So Gonzalez caught him with that right hand, knocked him into next week. A great fight for Marco Gonzalez, who remains perfect. He is 5-0, and this right there is where Konkol goes out. Good stoppage by the ref, as Konkol is saved from any additional damage. Marco Gonzalez goes to 5-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end of this bout comes at just 1 minute, 40 seconds of round number 1 for your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Marco Gonzalez.
Our knockout of the night here at Chosen Few Fighting Championships 13. Let's hear from Gonzalez.
Display of striking. He got him thinking about the takedown, had him on his heels, and caught him right in the jaw with that right hand. How did you like to finish that fight? Dude, you're still shaking from that. You're pretty confident after that win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's kind of what we look for. That kick at the beginning did rock me pretty good. I kept my jaw strong, and I knew coming into this fight, I kind of knew there were going to be a lot of openings, so I was just checking for that opening and making sure I timed it right.
Right, Wild Boy's a perfect nickname for him because that's the way he fights. Wide open, wild, but he's very heavy-handed, and he can take a shot. We've seen him fallen in a fight before, get back up and win. So you train for those little openings, obviously, when you saw him.
Correct, yeah. I mean, I've seen him fight here before for this show. I know he's got a strong jaw. I knew it was going to be a hard fight. I'm glad this fight was with him, and we'll just keep working hard.
So right now, you are undefeated at 5-0. Are you thinking about a pro fight yet, or you want to stay Emmy for a while?
I haven't really thought of that yet. I like to take it one fight at a time. Obviously, you know, it's up to my coaches and, you know, see what they decide, whether I'm ready for that or stay amateur for a little bit yet.
Smartest answer you could have given, man. Congratulations. You look fantastic. One more round of applause. Still undefeated, 5-0 with the knockout, Marco Gonzalez.
Gonzalez impressive once again,
Folks,
and that right
left.
hand
Two
strikes
professional fights
viciously
left.
as
Four
he is
of your
victorious
favorite fighters
over
coming
Gary
up here.
Konkol
But
tonight.
first, we are
So
going to take a
Gonzalez
very
goes
short
to
break.
5-0 right there with that right hand. We will be back. We got our final 2 fights of the night. They are coming up next here on 57 Sports.